You're listening to the School of Client Attraction. Marquel Russell is the founder of Client Attraction University, a marketing consultancy helping you attract clients on autopilot and scale your business while working 50% less. Quick disclaimer. A side effect of listening to the show is more clients, more profits, more freedom, and more impact in your business. Now, here's your host, Marquel Russell.
Hey, what's up, my friend? Marquel Russell here, and welcome to the School of Client Attraction. And in this episode, we're going to get Dana Bassett to show you step by step how you can actually get a master's level, an MBA level business education that you can implement. And it's actually a lot better than MBA education because you can actually implement this and start generating revenue immediately without this crazy student loan. Let's get into it. Our president of communications here, Rochelle, she's doing an interview and she is amazing at pulling out the nuggets that you can actually take and apply into your business right away. Let's get to it.
Hey, everybody. All right. It's Rochelle Shaw, and I am the Senior Director of Communications here at Client Attraction University from Marquel Russell. And we are excited today to talk to one of our standout students and talking about client success. We're here with Dana Bassett, Coach D. Woo-hoo. Yay! Welcome to the welcome. So introduce yourself, will you please, to our audience today?
Absolutely. I am Coach Dana B. I gave myself that name because so many people were calling me and asking me questions, and I didn't even realize coaching was a thing. And then I realized I was coaching them. So I was like, I don't want any crazy name. So that's how I came up with that. Then I realized that people got something inside of them that they need to get out. So the organization ended up being Release the Giant Within with Coach Dana B. I am a mother of one, grandmother of 5.
Wow.
And I am married and have been married for almost 20 years. And I just really enjoy bringing out the best in people. That's who I am.
Oh, love it. So now tell me, where were you? How did you even get to CAU? Like, how did you meet Marquel? Did you meet him before? How'd you get here?
I have been seeing Marquel ads come through my feed for a while. I want to say about 4 to 6 months. And I'm looking, and I would have my phone. I would just be looking. I would be studying him. And I'm like, I literally was studying. I would look at the audience and seeing, like, do I know someone there? Like, what is he saying? And then one news feed came through for somebody with a familiar face that I knew. And when she came through, with that familiar face, not sure if I could say her name or anything, but when her familiar face came through, I was like, oh my God, she's getting coached by him. I've been watching him for a while now. And I just hit the button and I said, if she's getting coached by him, I'm going to hit the button and I want to know what she's doing because I want to do it too.
Yeah. So that was the impetus. That's what made you say, okay, this is it.
Yeah, that was it. I saw a familiar face. There was so many times before I saw that familiar face, I just wanted to hit, but I'm like, I don't know. It was like a familiar thing for me. Like I had, like, the no trust and like, I was like, I don't know. I don't know who he is. Don't know if I could trust. But then when I saw that person bridged the gap between that trust. And I just hit it. And I was like, if she's doing it and I know how she is, I know I should be doing this. And, she's an author. I mean, she helped people with books, if that helped you out a little bit of who that is.
You can say the name because she's all over our newsfeed all the time. I would say that it's Taria. Is that correct?
Taria I saw her and I was like, oh my gosh, she don't do business with just anybody. And I said, Taria is doing this. This thing got to be solid. And I hit the button and it was a game changer for me.
Game changer. Why would you say that? What do you mean by that?
One of the biggest challenges that I was having, I was trying to figure out on my own. I didn't know where to turn. As a matter of fact, wasn't even trying to figure it out on my own because I didn't even know what I was trying to figure out. But I knew I needed clients. I wanted the right clients in order to come to me to say, I need your help. And I guess what you're looking for is looking for you, because that's what I was looking for and that's what I needed. And I didn't know anything about how to run. I tried before doing ads on my own blindly, didn't know how to do it or what to do. And I said, I got to find somebody who's going to help me get clients. Like, that's what I need. But I want the right clients. And when I spoke with the intake at Marquel Russell's office, It was exactly what I needed. They shared with me how I could get those clients, how I could let the clients see who I am and what I do in order to come to me and say, I need your help.
Gosh. Well, so tell me a little bit about running the ads before, like all by yourself. Like what was happening?
Nothing.
Okay, didn't think you were gonna say that. Like nothing.
Nothing. Like my ads were getting locked. They were getting locked. I didn't know what to say, how to say it. I was just playing. I was just throwing something in midair and hoping it stick. Thinking, and I look, when I went in there, back there, I saw all this stuff that was foreign to me, and I'm just clicking away thinking, I think I know what I'm doing, and just let me try this. But for the most part, my entire account got locked out. And after a while, I was like, forget this. I'm just done. And I would reach out to people I would see people on social media. I would get in groups and I would say, hey, listen, can you fill out a survey for me? And the survey would be targeting, like, do you need help? If you had a coach, what would you do? How would you do it? What would be different? Things of that nature. But now I'm just putting it out there and I'm letting the internet go to work for me.
Yeah. Because when you did that, like, were you getting consistent people in, or how was that working?
You talking about once I got with Marquel?
No, before when you were posting in groups of survey, were people?
Oh no, I was not getting consistent. I was getting a few people here, a few people there, and then when I called them back, they weren't serious. They weren't really. The desire level was not that high. They were. I guess they were just curious about what I was like. This is, and I just stopped. Literally just stopped, but I never stopped looking for what I was looking for.
Got it. So then once you got in the program and you started kind of playing around, what did you think then? And then I know you've had some success, so you might as well share that too.
I will. So I'm gonna be honest. You probably seen me post this. I said, while I was in the when I started Marquel program, I started in September. I was still in school. I was in my last leg of finishing up my master's degree in psychology for life coaching, right? I've been coaching for the past 10 years, but I just said, I want to go and dig deeper behind this life coaching thing and what it's like and why people are turning to it and why people are looking for this. But because I had the epiphany that life coaching was a thing, I didn't realize that's what I was doing for entrepreneurs. So, I had some success, and I put in the group, and I said, oh my gosh, what I've learned here is far more than anything I've learned with any degree that I have, and I have 3. I have a bachelor's and I have 2 masters. And I said, that whole psychology master's degree that I went through, had I met Marquel first, I probably would not have gone through it.
Well, should we tell him that? Maybe we shouldn't tell him that.
I put it out there. He saw it already. He was like, wow, Dana. I was like, yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no,
it was just what I was looking for.
So smart, and he's so great at breaking it down into little pieces. Do you find that too?
Absolutely. Like I found that I did not, it was kind of scary because he left nothing unturned. It's scary to me because I'm thinking, why don't I have questions?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't have any questions. So when I come to the coaching calls, I'm like, I don't know if I have many questions because everything is here for me. I'm just doing everything. And I guess if I get a hiccup, I can say, well, why did it do that? Like, that would be the only question. How can I fix this? How can I change it? Other than that, going through the program, there was no question that I had. You go through the program, everything is there. And the crazy thing about it is, when I got my first client, this was so crazy that in my mind, I know he got something. When I got my first client, I had not gotten to how to set up my payment options yet. I had not gotten. And so I got the client, and I told my husband, I say, I got a client. I have no clue how to take a payment. I say, but I can bet you Marquel got that in the module. Let me go look, right? And I go in there and I looked at my husband. I said, I told you, he got it in here. So I immediately set it up really quick. And I was like, now I can take this payment. Now I can submit this payment through. But I told my husband, I said, I know he got this in here, how to take a payment. And it was there. Like, I knew based on what I've already gone through, I knew there was nothing that was going to be there that I needed that he didn't already have there.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we love to hear that because so what would you say to somebody who is really thinking about that they need to make a change. Like I just straight up ask people, because, you know, you saying that that you didn't have any questions, like is shocking. Like people don't believe you when you say that. I'm just going to tell you, they don't believe you.
I'm one of the most transparent people person that you'll ever meet. And I was really scared because I was scared. I was thinking something's wrong with me because I didn't have questions. I'm like, oh, why don't I have questions? Like I know I got everything. Like, why don't I have questions? And I'm just going through the modules and just following step by step by step by step. It was only one module that I just needed clarity on. I forgot which one it was for, but I forgot what it was for and what it was. But once Andre got it to me, I was like, oh, got it. You know what I mean? But I kept moving through the modules. There was no module that I was so stuck that I couldn't keep moving forward. Like I was able to keep moving forward and come back to that. And that's what I liked. It didn't get me completely paralyzed to where I had to stop. I was able to keep moving forward until I got an answer for that and moving back. And that was the only thing. And it wasn't some astronomical crazy question. It was just a clarity for me to make sure that I'm reading it. Am I reading this right? It was one of those type of questions.
Got it. You had talked about before that your messaging was kind of off before you got here. So did that kind of change a little bit for you?
I didn't really have a messaging. I didn't realize there was a messaging to have. So when I came, I was like, when I first came, before I got in the modules, you know, when I first came and got started, I was like, man, I know what I want to do, but how am I going to convey that? What am I trying to say? And Andre helped me come up with it, and boom. I mean, we went over and over and over, and that was it. So when I sat down and have any questions, I didn't have any questions about the modules, what it was saying, but as far as questions about me and what I really wanted to do, those were the questions I had. Like, what do I want to do? How do I make myself clear to this audience? And when we came up with some of everything, and I was like, I'm one of those, like, when I see it or when I hear it, I'm like, that's it. So Andre said, what about this? And I was like, no, this is what I'm trying to do. And what it boiled down to is my focus is personal development. How can I help people understand to be successful that is where it is? Yeah. And Andre came up with, so basically you help people manifest what's on the inside, and you help people get what's on the inside to manifest it on the outside. I said, that's exactly what I'm doing, but how do I say that? You know, how do I get that complete message across? Which is why I released The Giant Within was born. Sure. And basically, and I said, I want to do that, but I want to do that. I want to help them connect with people. So I came up with networking effectively without losing confidence, being afraid, or ever having that feeling of being rejected. So when people come to me, they're coming to me because they have something already in place, but they're scared to connect with the right people in order to say, this is what I have, and I need you to take a look at it. This is what I have. Will you work with me on this? They were scared to do that. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. What I do, let me help you.
What I do, let me help you. Right. Love it, love it, love it. Now, when you run your ads, how do you feel? Like, are you confident when you go in your ad manager? Like, do you know exactly how you're running them? Like, how is that?
I know exactly what I'm looking at now. It's so clear. It's clarity. It's very clear. Once I got the whole ad manager set up by following the course, step by step, I got it set up, and now I know what I'm looking at. First, it was foreign to me. I didn't know what I was looking at. And now when I go in there, I track my numbers, just all the tools that you have for tracking is huge to me. And one thing that Marquel said at the event that I came to in Georgia, and I'm a numbers person, my background is finance. So I'm always looking at numbers. I'm the data analyst, what I do. And so he said, we can't talk about anything till I see your numbers. Make complete sense to me. He give you all those tools. So there's basically, he leave it so that if you're not doing great, if things not happening for you, you're just coming up with an excuse. Really, that's what it is.
That's gonna hurt some people. You know, it's so true. It's so true, but it's going to hurt some folks because, I always say that he eliminates the excuses. Like you can't say anything. Like here's a guy who, had been to prison, who has, didn't graduate high school, has, all those things that you think you need to do. He defies them. and has shown you the way, multimillionaire, showing you exactly the steps. So if you didn't do them, they are based on like some of the things that you talk about all the time, like they haven't grown themselves.
They haven't grown. They have a serious limiting belief, which is one of the things that I talk about in the course that I created based on the course shell, I guess you say, or the course that I didn't have to think of that. Like the course I'm built out, I just plugged my own stuff in there. And I like, it's so crazy. I'm sitting here every day because I'm still building it out because my clients, the rate they're going.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here going, like, I'm just like, I don't even have to think of this. So one of the things I talk about in here is people's limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
You don't get to something because you think that this is the way it is. But if you remove that, you'll realize that that's just not the way it is.
Sure. You know, we're recording this in early December. And so you started in September. We met in like the end of September, I think, at the client only event. So it was when I saw you running around the room, I was like, I have to meet her. Like, she is so infectious, so fun. You know, who is this Coach B? I need to meet her.
It's crazy. When I came to that event, I had not. My courses, I hadn't even begun to start. I came there. I told myself, I said, I'm flying to Georgia. I came by myself. I was like, I'm getting on this plane. I'm going. I need to see who I'm working with. I need to see what's going on. I need to see the people around me. And I came. And when I came, I had not built the course out. I probably was on module 5. As a matter of fact, I was. When I got there, I was just getting to module 5, hadn't started it. And when I came home, I got to work, boom, 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 boom. And the moment I got it up, I think it was in my second week of October of completing it and getting everything built out, boom. By the end of October, first client in the system, boom.
Wow. And now look at that. So from September till that was the 25th, right? Somewhere around there to the end. So 4 weeks later, you got your first client.
It was the end of September because it was my birthday weekend and Andre's birthday weekend. So it was that very last weekend, September, and on October 29th. So like 4 weeks later, because I had to build it out. And when I pushed the ads out, so at the October 29th, that's when I took that first credit card.
Oh, that's exciting. That's like because people come in and ask us all the time, well, how quickly can we? And I said, you know, it's really about you and how quickly you work, because all the stuff is there. Is that not true?
That's true. I would probably have had client before then had I got it built out before then.
But, you know, sometimes, you know, you wanted to really see him in person. And then what happened when you did?
It was amazing. I if you notice, I sat in the front the entire time.
Yeah.
And I am like, eyes are just embedded into what they're saying. And I don't just sit at an event and listen. I study the speaker. I study what they're saying. I study when I'm sitting here and I'm studying and I'm looking and I'm like, they did this, they did that. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, and I realize as I'm studying them and as Marquel is speaking, Andre is a student. And as Andre was speaking, Marquel was, so I'm like, they're a student of their own material. I'm like, I'm looking at all this stuff. I'm studying this. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Like, and that's when I was like, I gotta move forward. I gotta get myself into a position, moving forward to where I gotta stay with them.
Yeah.
You know?
Love you. We love having you here. We love having you with us. Now that you've got your first couple of clients, do you feel like, because we tell people that we want it to be systematic and all about the numbers, right? Just an equation and not let me post in this group and hope that somebody says yes. You know, do you feel that that's exactly what's happening?
With the system Marquel have?
Yeah. With your system that you're using now.
I'm not just posting it, like they're coming to me. It's out there and people are seeing it and they're responding and I'm out there and I'm what they were looking for. And I didn't have to go find them. They were waiting for me to come out there so they can find me. That's what it felt like to me.
Yeah. Client attraction, right?
Yeah.
It's getting them to find you.
Absolutely.
That's so awesome. I just love it. So now, what does your day look like now?
I'm not into all these social media groups. I'm not actively in there. My day now is just on my phone, just checking email just to approve appointments. Which I had an appointment. Everyone, this is crazy. So everyone that I've spoken with, except for one person, I had to actually turn them over to Sierra because she wanted. It wasn't me. I was like, Sierra, I think you more of a help to her. Like she needs something, just some marketing tips and ads to be attractive. She already have everything in place. There's nothing I can help her with. Mm-hmm. I have found that all the people that I've interviewed, their only hang up is either one, they really don't have the money. They're not willing to get the money to take their business serious and do what they want to do to make their business go forward. Yeah. And every last one that I've spoken with, their biggest hang up is exactly what this for. I'm scared. I don't know how to talk to the client. I don't know what to say. And then some of them are doing things on their own that, like, why would you do it that way? Why would you go take that route? So it's just like so crazy. Like one lady she was writing, she got this thing where she write people in prison under her real name. And I said, why didn't you use a pen name? She had no clue that it even exists. I said, this is exactly why you don't do anything before you have a coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody helping you, guiding you, direct you. Yeah. Get them in really, really get them in trouble.
Right. So everybody wants to come on board. They have to find the money and they have to be saying, I'm hungry enough to find the money to do it. Some people drop the credit cards right away. Here's my card. Here, I'm ready to go. Those are the people I know that's taking their business serious.
Sure. And those other ones, and that's we really do teach at CAU about high ticket. Like you can play with those people at $200, $300, $500 because that's expendable to them. They go to Costco on the weekend and spend that, and it doesn't even they won't show up. Right? So why you want a high ticket is so that people will show up and you can truly give them the transformation that they desire, right?
Absolutely.
So that's exciting. Well, what's on the horizon for you? Where are you going? Tell us what's next for you.
Getting into that inner circle. I got to get into that inner circle, and I got to make some things happen. I'm in the midst of me and my husband going to renew our vows, so I'm kicking out a lot of money for that 20-year vow renewal, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, I got a pause. I don't know how this is going to play out, but my goal is to get in the inner circle, get and completely move forward with that, so I can scale up. I really want to scale up, and eventually get automation systems going. When they see the course and they just want the course.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's really, really exciting. Well, I don't want to keep you long. I'm always, just trying to get the meat from y'all. And I know you want to get back to your business, but we just want to tell you that we're super proud of you and we're so excited to have you in the program and, keep doing what you're doing because you're changing the world. And that's what we're all about, is helping people change the world. Like, we don't want people that just come in and are playing at this. We want people that are doing what you're doing. Yeah, helping people get that's inside of them and really manifest it on the outside and have the life that they dream of. So, congratulations to you. And
thank you so much.
So much. And we will talk soon.
What's the difference between you and mega successful coaches and consultants with a dream business? Simple. They're getting more leads than you are. What if there was a way to get 50 to 100 leads every single day like clockwork? Would you want it? Then go to www.getdailyclients.com to access our paid ad playbook that has brought in millions of leads for our clients over the years on complete autopilot.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.